The Legend of the Lupus Warriors, Episode 18. The Coil Must Sing. One of the Earth's copper resonance coils in the Pacific Ring has fallen silent. The Lupus Warriors must reactivate it, but an ancient enemy awaits, sound eaters that consume vibrational energy. Coil 33A, the singing root of the Pacific, he murmured. Gone. Urban, sharpening a copper shard, looked up. What do you mean, gone? Silent. As if erased from frequency itself. Sai arrived guided by a hum in his chest. That coil resonates with island nations. If it stays silent, the whole ocean spine collapses. Pearl, her hands trembling, added, It also anchors lunar harmonics. If that's severed, the planet's breath will warp. Lakota's drum pulsed weakly. We need to go now. How? Urban asked. Then came the answer from the sea. A song ancient, rising from the deep. Act 2. The Whale That Remembers. From the mouth of the Real Nile came a being older than pyramids, older than stars. A whale, colossal, black-blue and laced with gold veins, rose from the river into the air, suspended not by physics, but by memory. Etched into its barnacle-covered sides were constellations and glyphs of the first coil singers. The children of the second sun came running. Loa placed her hand on its skin. He remembers, she whispered. This whale remembers when Earth was still molten. He was one of the first to carry song through water. The whale opened his mouth. Inside was not tongue or tooth, but a swirling portal of resonance. Pearl stepped forward. That's no stomach. No, Lakota said. That's the way of the coil. One by one, the Lupus Warriors entered. Their descent to the Pacific Deep. They emerged beneath the sea, standing dry within a dome of frequency. Around them, the ruins of an ancient Pacific civilization flickered into view. Coral pyramids, sunken altars, copper coils twisting into the seabed like roots, and silence. The coil was dead. In the center of the temple, a massive copper spiral blackened, cracked, humming nothing. Legend touched its edge. It was ruptured by anti-harmonic force. Something devoured its resonance. Pearl walked forward and crouched. There, etched into the stone in no known language, marks like teeth. Something feeds here, she said. Suddenly, the temperature dropped. The coil released a puff of soundless wind. From the corners of the ruin came shadows, shimmering like glass, moving without rhythm. They weren't animals, they weren't machines. They were hunger itself, sound eaters. Actorf, when sound fights back. The first sound eater struck fast, a blur of liquid distortion. It latched onto Lakota's drum and began consuming the vibrations. She screamed, beating her fist into the leather, but nothing echoed. Sai charged forward, voice pulsing in bass. The sound eater recoiled, momentarily disrupted. They eat frequency, Legend said, but certain tones hurt them. Then sing something ancient, Urban said, cracking his knuckles. Pearl released a subharmonic pulse, one drawn from the lullabies of the inner Nile. It shook the coral floor. 3 sound eaters shrieked and shattered. Lakota focused, steadying her mind. No rhythm, no drum, she whispered. But I still remember the heartbeat. She began to hum. A deep, guttural tone passed from mother to daughter in the night of fire. Her body became the drum. The sound eaters paused. Ugo called vines from algae-drenched walls. He wrapped them in spirals around the copper coil. We need to make it sing. Legend grabbed a sliver of undamaged copper and embedded it in his scroll. Words began to appear. If the coil is to sing, it must be fed by memory. They looked to the whale. Like and subscribe for part 2.